Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to Penmon Point Lighthouse, which is what you can see in the background there. I've come down to Anglesey for a couple of days break, so I just thought I'd start off and then try the Penmon Point Lighthouse as my first port call, and do 2 or 3 compositions down here and see how it goes. Conditions are quite harsh. We've got really harsh sunshine and it's actually drizzling at the same time as well. We've got really strong winds, so we'll be battling against the elements, but never mind, we'll give it a go. So I'm looking to do 3 compositions, one of the lighthouse, one of Puffin Island, and then possibly a picture with the lighthouse and the island together. So I think without further ado, let's get cracked on and let's get some pictures taken. Right, as you can see in the background, that's Puffin Island over there and Penmon Point, and then let's get some camera kit on the tripod. So I'm just going to take you through my normal process, and there's basically camera on first, which is going to be my Nikon Z9, and I've actually got a cage on that at the moment, which I use to put other ancillaries on, but for now this is a Z9. I have a 24 to 120mm lens on there as well, so that's my pretty much go-to lens for everything. I do have another lens which is a 14 to 30, which I pull out for some really wide angle stuff, and in fact that actually lens is actually what you're looking through at the moment. So yeah, so this is the 24 to 120, and then I'm going to put my filter system on there, which is a Kase system. So I'm going to put my filter hood. I've actually got a polarizer on there at the moment, so I'll leave that on all the time, which I'll be using in a minute to take the shine off the water. So I'm just going to plonk this on here. It's all magnetic, and you can see it's just a spin on the filter there. I'm then going to put on a gradiated filter to bring the sky down, and this is a 1.6 soft graduated filter. That's just going to clip onto there, and that's me ready to go. Now my normal go-to settings on a nice sunny day like this would be basically 60th of a second, f11, ISO 100, and then that will be me for a normal picture without a 10 stop on it basically. So I'm just seeing I'm just being cut out there, so just going to stop you for a second. That's better. Okay, where was I? Yes, back again. So basically I'm sticking on the graduated filter first, and then so I'll take a normal picture first. So what I'm going to do first is just going to line up with the actual the lighthouse first, and I'm just going to put a bit of kit on so you can see what I'm using, so bear with me for a second. Okay, as I said before, my go-to settings of the camera is going to be 60th of a second, f11, ISO 64. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you into camera and then let you have a quick look at that. So I'm just going to click into here, and that should basically set you off, and it's cooking now, so that's good. So what I'll do now is basically set the camera, so ISO 64, f11, and then 60th of a second, and then we're not a million miles away. So if you look at my histogram there, it's probably about 1/3 of a stop underexposed. So in this case that's absolutely fine for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to zoom in there. I can't resist this. I'm going to have to show you these. I've got a couple watching me, so I'm going to move this over to here and let you have a quick look at them. Here we go. There's a couple of birds watching me. Here we go. So I'm going to come down, and they should be just sitting there. Look at them two. They're just not even bothered, are they? Not even bothered. What do you think of that? That's my audience for today, and yourselves obviously. Right, so let's get back to what I was doing initially. So I'm going to come back to about 50mm. So what I want to do for my first picture, I'm going to line up with my lighthouse. I'm going to rack it right up to 120, put it straight into the middle. I'm going to take my focus point, as you can see there. I'm going to lock it on. That's it there, and that's 60th of a second. Ready to go, and I'm just going to back off a little bit there, just and again, and that's me pretty much done. Just get this in focus, take the picture, and that should just take the picture, which it has done. And then what I'm going to do is do another picture now, where I'm going to put the lighthouse to this side, give me my rule of thirds, and then do the same picture again. So I'm going to have like the steps leading into the picture. Oh, sorry, the steps on one side of the picture. I'm going to focus on them, and then I want this as all of this is going to be my dead space here. So once again, I'm going to take the picture there like that, and I'm going to take the picture again. There you go. So my next thing now is to do the same picture again, but this time I want the water to go nice and soft. So I'm going to put a 10 stopper on. So as a rule, my 60th of a second becomes my 30 seconds. So I'll take this off, put this on, which is my 10 stopper. Put this back on again, and then if you watch the screen now, 60th of a second, I'm going to take it right down to 30 seconds. I've got 30 seconds, which is there, so I'm actually slightly overcooking this one a little bit. Histogram's a little bit over, so I'm going to take my ISO down just a little bit. And I think that's about it there. See the histogram go right down on low. I can take the histogram up, bring the histogram back down again, and then that's on low there. So again, let's just do a quick focus, and then we'll expose for 30 seconds. Once again, let that go, focus, and let it go. Okay, that's now exposed. I'm just going to have a quick look in the back of the camera, and yep, that looks absolutely fine. As you can see there, I'll put you back into camera to have a look at it. So again, I'm just going to check my focus point, which is fine. I'm going to bring that back again. I'm going to check my exposure, and again, that's well fine as well. So it's all, that's really nice there. And that's it. That's a really simple shot. So that's a nice, simple, fine art picture of the lighthouse there. But I think we probably need to try and find a bit of foreground subjects, so I'm probably going to move down to the right hand side here and then probably put some reeds or some seaweed or something in the foreground just to give the picture a bit more depth. But yeah, that's it there. I think that's pretty done there, so I'm just going to come out of this quickly and we're going to go and change our composition and look for another shot. Here we go. So what I've done, I've just moved over to the right hand side a little bit, and I found a couple of rocks that I can use as foreground. So once again, I've backed off on there now, so I'm going to put you into camera, let you have a quick look what I'm doing now. We've got our exposure ready for 30 seconds again, so I'm going to put my focus point this time onto these rocks here. So that's going to be my first one. Just going to have a look at the display with everything off so I can see my frame. That's not too bad. Let's just do my horizontals, which are there. Let's get that spot on there, and that's lovely. That's ready to go for a 30-second exposure, and we'll let that one go. So in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change my focus point. I'm going to put it onto the lighthouse first, focus on there. That's good, and then I'm going to take the picture. So okay, we're back again now. Let's have a look at that there. That's looking good. So yeah, that one's in the can now, and I think what we're going to do, I'm just going to photograph this Puffin Island on the right hand side. I'll do that one quickly. Okay, so our next subject is going to be Puffin Island here, and the red buoy to the right of the side of the Puffin Island. So what I'm going to do now quickly is just going to put you back into camera again quickly. What I'm going to do is going to just check my focus point, put it onto the red buoy, and I'm going to line up on the red buoy there, just get it in focus, just check it. That's nice and sharp. Let's have a look, zoom in there, that's nice and sharp there, and then that's it. So I'm just going to take that picture now, and that's off. Very good. And once again, I'll bring you back as soon as the 30 seconds is up. Okay, that's the 30 seconds up now. I'm going to bring you back into camera so you can have a quick look at the back of the screen. Waiting for it to come up, and we're in camera again. So there you go. So that's, you're back in camera now, so you can have a quick peek there. I'm going to zoom into the actual buoy. Yeah, that's nice and sharp. There's nothing wrong with that. And everything else is fine to go with that as well. I think that's fine. And there you go. Nothing wrong with that picture. Nice steady picture. And I think before I move off from there, I'm going to go to the right hand side and try another shot with the lighthouse. So that's me done for this picture. We're going to move and try another composition now. So we're moving on again. And that's quite a nice composition. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put you into camera and let you have a look. So stick it into camera. So there you go. So I'm just lining up there. Just going to check my focus point, move that over to the lighthouse. There you go. I'm going to use the rule of thirds as well. So basically the lighthouse is on the top left hand rule of thirds, the rock on the bottom right rule of thirds. Horizontals are good. If you look at now, if you just check, I'm going to just bring my graduated filter down a little bit on the top. That's good there. And then just check out, watch this here. That's my polarizer kicking in now, getting rid of the reflections. There you go. So that's looking good there. So I'm going to just take that picture. It's a little bit underexposed looking at the histogram, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more. So let's bring my ISO up to bring my histogram up. So we're looking about there, and let's see what happens with that one. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to bring you back into camera again. I've just got it set up there. So, and the lighthouse is lovely and sharp as well. So that F11 is kind of covering everything quite easily there, but that's a really nice shot. Got a nice composition there, done the business. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to basically, we're going to head on down the coast a little bit, probably about a couple of 100 yards, and I want to try and get the lighthouse and then the island in the background. So that's going to be my next image. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, I'm just going to keep my hand over the microphone and hopefully that'll work a bit better. Okay, so basically we're on to our third composition now, which is going to be the lighthouse and the Puffin Island in the background. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you into camera and I'll show you the setup of the next picture. Okay, we're recording now. So once again, normal system, basically get the shutter speed down to 30 seconds because we've got the big stopper already in, down to F11. ISO needs to be I think it doesn't matter. So if you watch the histogram, see the histogram's bang on there, so I've got a bit higher, it's overexposing, so let's bring the histogram down. So this is basically working on about 50 ISO. So that's just done there. So what I'm going to do is just going to bring the focus point onto the lighthouse. Just focus on that first, hit that. There's not enough contrast for some reason, so we'll try here where the text is. Come over there, try that. There you go, it's got that. I'm going to bring my graduated filter down a little bit on the left hand side there, that's lovely. See if the polarizer does anything. Coming in now, oh yeah, the polarizer's brought it, it's taking the sheen off the water. Okay, so we're looking a little bit underexposed now, so what I'll do now is change my ISO again and bring it back up again, so make it a bit brighter. And I think we're there. That's looking pretty much ready to go. So let's take that picture, we'll focus, just do a check on the focus point again. Good to go, and she's off. Okay, that picture's great there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a shot for the fisherman, so I need a faster shutter speed there, so I'm going to bring you into camera. So I'm a little bit underexposed, but watch the histogram go up. Probably exposed for there, that's it. I'm going to focus on the fisherman, take a picture. That's the picture taken. Let me zoom in, let's have a look at that. And that's lovely and sharp there, just the job. Yep. Even going with his bait there, love it, that's great. So we'll put those two pictures together and we'll put those ones up in a bit. Right, I think that's me done, guys. I'm going to call it for the day. It hasn't been too bad at all. If you like what you see, please feel free to like and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated, and we'll catch you on the next one, which will probably be somewhere around in Wales this week. So thanks very much.